Hi everyone, my name's Debbie. Welcome back. And today we're going to be making some pumpkinlet cupcakes. Pumpkinlet, you say? What is that? It's pumpkin and chocolate cupcakes mixed together. So if you're interested in how to do that, stay tuned. And why don't you go ahead and give me that thumbs up? That helps my channel to get up there and more people can watch it and like it and share it. And hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. I'd love to have you. And hit the bell so you're notified of every video that I do upload. So let's get into making our pumpkin swirl chocolate cupcakes. I think that's a little easier to say, isn't it? So let's go. Okay, I tipped you down a little closer to the bowl on the counter so you can see what I'm doing instead of being focused on me. I know I'm really interesting to look at, but let's do the recipe instead. I'm just feeling really a little quirky today. I don't know. It's a good day. I'm feeling lots of joy and happiness today in my soul. And I hope if you're not feeling joyous today or you're having a kind of a struggling day, that you leave me a comment and I'll pray for you. You don't have to be specific on what you need prayer for, but always remember, He walks beside you and He's there to guide you. So let's get into making our pumpkin swirl chocolate cupcakes. Here we go. Okay, I thought I better get my apron on. My daughter-in-law gave me this. It says, "Born to shop, forced to cook." I used to really like to shop. Now I just really like to shop. But I don't feel like I'm forced to cook. Actually, cooking is, I enjoy it. It's okay. But baking, obviously, love it. Love making breads in my bread machine. Love making yummy desserts. You know, baking is just more my thing. But, okay, so here we go. Having a little cup of coffee. You see I'm ready for Christmas. So the first thing in a bowl, I have two different bowls because we're going to make one chocolate batter and one pumpkin batter. So the first one for the chocolate batter, we're going to be using 2/3 cup of flour. I see my string hanging there. Okay. I'm going to grab me a knife right here so I can level it off. 2/3 cup. There's 2/3. We're going to do 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Do y'all make your batters homemade when you do cupcakes, or do you buy a box? I'm going to tell you, I usually buy a box. I do not have time to be fussing with all these separate ingredients sometimes, especially when you got grandkids sitting there breathing down your neck. They're waiting for their cupcakes. So I'm going to confess, I use a cake mix a lot of times. So there is 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's a really nice day out here. It's a little chilly, so I got my little sweater on. Not a sweater, but similar to a sweatshirt. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. This will probably be one of my last videos I do on pumpkin recipes. I think I might have one more, so you'll have to stay tuned for what I have in mind. 1/2 teaspoon of instant espresso powder. This really brings out the chocolate flavor. If you're making a homemade cake, or even if you use the box mix, if you have some espresso powder, just throw some in there, 1/2 teaspoon into your mix, and it just, I can't explain it if you've never done it, but it really enhances the chocolate flavor. It really brings it out. It's good. You don't taste coffee. It doesn't taste like coffee or anything. I I can't explain it, but it really brings out the chocolate flavor. So try that, even if you're using a box mix. 1/3 cup of oil, which I already have poured out here. A teaspoon of vanilla. Love it. You know me, I like to over pour a little bit. A little extra drop or two, maybe 3, doesn't hurt. Let me wipe this off. Doesn't hurt anything, just adds that flavor. 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I have mine in this container, and I used to pour it in there and seal it with this. It has a rubber ring on it. I got this from Target. But I noticed that it didn't last, the freshness didn't last as long. So I kind of want to still use this cute little container. It just sits in my cabinet a little better. So I just put the whole bag in there. Seems to work. So let's get back to what we're doing. It's 1/2 cup of packed. Now it does say light brown. I am using dark brown. So it might change a little bit of the texture, but I don't think it'll be anything that you can really, you know, tell a difference. So again, we'll see. You're going on this journey with me, I always say. So however my recipes turn out, you're going to get to see it. I'm going to be real. Then we're going to be adding 2/3 cup of buttermilk. And again, this is my powdered buttermilk. I'm just going to give it a quick stir. And everything is all stirred up. If you stir it long enough, all that powder will mix great up in there. There's no clumps or anything. It's just all pourable. So nice, smooth, no clumpies at all. So just stir it up good enough and you won't have those clumps in there if it bothers you. But I think once you get all your mixed up, I think it's fine anyway. And then we're going to be adding 2 egg yolks. So these 2 recipes use 2 eggs. One uses 2 egg yolks and the other one uses 2 egg whites. So that's nice. You don't have that waste. A few of my recipes, I add just the egg yolk and then you have the egg white waste. But sometimes that's necessary because like in certain cookies, if you haven't watched my peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, those are amazing. I am obsessed with that recipe, that cookie, that recipe, everything. And in there, I add an extra egg yolk and then also some cornstarch to make it give it a little chew in the middle. They're so good. I'll try to link that recipe. Okay, so we're going to blend this up, mix it up, beat it up, whatever you want to say. Scraping down the sides. I really want to invest in a new hand mixer. Like I said, this one's been a really good mixer. It's a Sunbeam. It's 250 watt. I think they still sell it actually, but I've had it for a lot of years. And if I can get online, I'm gonna get online and see if I can get different beaters for it. If I can find some different beaters that don't have the stem in the middle, so I don't have to clean that middle stem off and it doesn't waste as much of my batters and stuff, I'm gonna order just the beaters. Unless they're just as much as a new mixer would cost, then I'll just get a new mixer. But I've been looking at a couple different ones. A Cuisinart hand mixer and what is the other one? A Breville. Breville? Revel. I don't know how you say it. So if anybody out there has a good hand mixer that you love, because the Breville, I think it is, I noticed it's very quiet on videos I've watched. So I'm like, I really like that. And the Cuisinart, I've seen a lot of good reviews on that one too. I know the KitchenAids are good mixers too, but I'm just comparing the wattage to them all and things like that and what they have to offer. And I think I'm between the Cuisinart and the Breville. So if anybody out there has any of those, but tell me what you have and let me know how you like it. Okay, let's finish mixing this. I think I've got it all scraped off the bottom. Okay, it smells really good. And I'll be back because I got to wash these beaters off. Okay, I just rinsed them off. They might have a couple drips of chocolate still on them. That's all right. We're going to incorporate all this together anyway, right? So let me set this chocolate batter aside and we'll get going on the pumpkin batter. Okay, so to the pumpkin batter, we're going to add a cup of flour. I always say a messy cook's a good cook, right? There's one. Oh, goodness. A teaspoon of baking powder. A fourth a teaspoon of baking soda. There's my fourth. A half a teaspoon of salt. I'll just do 2/4 here while I have it right by me. And I want to thank all of you out there for the condolences on my aunt. I appreciate that. She was a sweet, sweet lady. Always had a little smile and giggle when I was around. And I just appreciate you thinking of me. Thank you. Then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then, of course, a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. Oh, wow, that smells good. Then we're going to be adding 2 egg whites. There's those 2 egg whites so we don't waste them. That's my cute little spatula from my sister. It says the secret ingredient is always love. Isn't that cute? She gave me that for my birthday. And she gave me another one. I think it says bake something special, or I don't know, I have to look. It's just really, they're cute. And then we're going to be adding a cup of canned pure pumpkin puree. Now, this is left over from the last thing I made, and I put it in my mason jar. I actually probably have just a little over 3/4. So instead of opening another can, I'm just using what I have. So it's just a little over 3/4 cup that was in here. So we're just a smidge short, maybe like an 1/8 of a cup or a couple tablespoons. So I think it'll be all right. Sometimes you have to improvise on recipes, right? You got to tweak them. You got to see what works. So hopefully we don't lose any pumpkin flavor. Try to scrape out every little piece of pumpkin in there. Okay, I think we got what we're going to get. Then we're going to be doing, I had to run and get some more oil. I only measured out oil for the chocolate. Shame on me. It's going to be 6 tablespoons of oil. I had to double this recipe. That's 3. Better not talk, I'll lose count. 4, 5, 6. I had to double this recipe. So, because it only made 6. So I'm kind of doubling it in my mind as I go. So right now I'm like, what is 6 tablespoons equal to? I don't know. So I'm just going with 6 tablespoons. And again, we're going to go with 6 tablespoons of sugar. So let me get out, here's my tablespoon. This end is clean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the description box, I'll try to figure out what 6 tablespoons is. If it comes out to be like a half a cup or a third a cup or whatever, I'll just put that in the recipe. If it comes out uneven, then I'll just say 6 tablespoons. We want it the easiest we can, right? Okay. And we're going to be doing a half a cup of packed brown sugar. And there's that. Alrighty, let's get this blended together. I'd have a coffee break. Are you guys like me? Is there anybody out there as crazy as me that has to have like mugs for like every holiday, every season? If they just say something cute on them, I'm just a mug. My husband's always like, you had to get another mug? Like, but it was cute. It's so cute. These are actually from my mom, her estate sale. She had one that said Mrs. and one that said Mr. That was really cute. I think my sister Tina actually gave this to my mom and dad. I'm not sure, but I was just like, I gotta keep them. Okay, let's get this blended up. Okay, we're gonna scrape down our bowl. This batter, of course, is a lot thicker than our chocolate batter is. I have my oven preheating to 350, by the way. Okay, and while I was mixing in between, I stopped and I asked Alexa, what is 6 tablespoons equal to in a cup? And she said 3/8 cup. So we're just going to do 6 tablespoons. If you have 1/8 of a cup, I guess, measure that out. But I don't have 1/8 of a measuring cup. So we're just going to go with the 6 tablespoons. Make it easy peasy. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. Somebody I know used to say that all the time. Who was that? Somebody I worked with, I think. Oh, well. I told you I'm a little quirky today. Alrighty, next we're going to assemble our cupcakes. Here we go. Make me some room. Get all my dirty stuff out of the way. We're going to start assembling. I'm going to set that over there. Okay, so first I'm going to pour. Like I said, this is the first time I've done this, so bear with me. We're going to assemble it and do this together. So I'm going to pour a little. That's why I use this batter bowl for mixing the chocolate. We're going to put a little chocolate in every liner. Okay, I have a little chocolate in every liner. Then I'm going to scoop in some of my pumpkin batter. Let's start out with the tablespoon and see where we go from there. Wow, this looks like a lot of batter. But The recipe said it only made 6 and I doubled it, and so it should only make 12, but this looks like a lot of batter in here. I'm not quite putting a whole tablespoon, but pretty close. That used about half the batter. Okay. Now, my little napkin there, I should have on my scarfy thing. I'm going to take the spatula. No, that's not working very well. Change of plans. Let's get another butter knife. Dinner knife. I don't know what you call them. These are what my mom always used to use for butter knives. And then I'm just going to kind of go around in circles and swirl this in there, mix it together. Then we're going to add a little more chocolate and top it off with more pumpkin. That seemed to work well, just swirling around in a swirl. So I think I'm going to stick with that plan. Okay, some more chocolate. I don't know. I don't know. These might overflow. I just think this is a lot of batter for these cups. We're going to see what we get here, but I might have to get out another pan. Because to me, this is way more than I usually put in my cupcakes. Maybe they like that big dome on their cupcakes. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to definitely get out another pan. And then I'm gonna dollop maybe a quarter of the tablespoon here. More in each one of these. And again, do the swirl. So hang on while I go get another pan. So let's see how many more I need. I probably could have got away with just doing the regular recipe because I'm thinking that those cupcakes are going to be enormous, like real tall cupcakes. You ever get a cupcake with such a tall dome on it that you can't ever just hold it up to your mouth and just bite through it? It's like you have to bite part of the bottom off or part of the top off just to get it in your mouth. I think that's what these are going to be. So there's our chocolate going in and our pumpkin. We're going to add a little more pumpkin-y to this one because I'm going to have too much pumpkin batter compared to the chocolate batter. And these, I'm going to do a little experiment. I'm just going to do chocolate, then the pumpkin, and then more chocolate on top, and I'm not going to stir them, and we'll see how these turn out. And again, these are really full. So they're going to have big domes on them. But we're going to top these with some buttercream icing. And that will be delicious, of course. And I'll put that recipe in the description box also. So let's get these in the oven. And we're going to bake them for 17, 20 minutes. Okay, I've had them in here about 20 minutes. So let me test them and I'll be back. There they are, our pumpkin-lot or pumpkin swirl chocolate cupcakes. That one's really got a cute little swirl. Okay, here we go. I just iced one. It's still a little bit warm because you can see the icing is a little melting. So I didn't ice the rest. Couldn't wait. But let's taste it. Here goes the mess on the floor. Oh my goodness. Mmm. 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 Look at her inside. The chocolate and the pumpkin together is a wonderful combination. Oh, wow. I say it, you got to try these. You have to try these. I want to just gobble this down right now, but I don't talk with my mouth full. So, wow. The pumpkin taste, you can taste the pumpkin pie spice. You got the real pumpkin puree flavor in there. And then the chocolate just, wow. The chocolate flavor is very pronounced, especially with that espresso powder. Try adding some of that espresso powder to your chocolate batter next time. Oh, wow. Yeah, try these. You'll love them. But wait to ice them because that's what happens. Your icing will be running. Don't ice them while they're warm at all. Wait till they're totally cooled off. And give them a try. Let me know if you tried them. I bet you like them. So until next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and remember, I love y'all. Bye.